If you've had the crazy idea of entering an Ironman or any other long distance triathlon and want to give yourself the best chances of getting the job done first time, then this is the video for you. First of all, just to set some expectations. Now, this video is not really for experienced racers, although I do think everyone could pick up some valuable tips and inspiration here. So this video is more about those who are new to the sport. We're going to break it down into 7 main areas. So I'm filming this a week after Ironman Barcelona, where I spent the day supporting some of our athletes, and I'm pleased to say that they all had a great day, and one of them in particular has prompted this video. So meet Jo. Now, Jo came to us in November 2023 saying she had had an idea to do an Ironman, and was it possible? And during our first conversation, I found out that apart from her knowing what a triathlon was, she had no idea about how it all fitted together to make an Ironman. And when she first came to us, she could barely swim a length of front crawl. She was a head-up breaststroker and didn't even own a bike, nor had she ridden once since she was a child. Jo was the ultimate triathlon newbie, but she had a goal and she was determined. Over the years, I've coached hundreds of people across all abilities, from pros to international age group champions, right through to first timers. And it's the first timers that I personally find the most rewarding. They're a blank canvas and not already full of preconceived ideas. They're also super excited to be on the journey. And this brings me to the first point. Number 1, give yourself enough time. Our long distance training plans last 36 weeks. For absolute newbies, we often recommend longer than this, as there is also so much to learn and often a period of base fitness that needs to be built before starting the proper long distance program. Generally, the more time to prepare, the better. Too little time usually doesn't end well, with DNFs or painful, slow races. Number 2, set realistic expectations. There are lots of things to be aware of right from the start. Timescales, as we just mentioned, training volume, and just how big training sessions will get as training progresses, the amount of kit that's needed, and all the other skills there are to learn, like transitions, mental strength, and basic bike mechanics. In terms of setting realistic expectations, here's an example of something I often say to new athletes. Expect to fall off the bike at some point. It's true, ride your bike a lot and it's very likely to happen. And no one wants to fall off, but knowing it's a reasonable likelihood makes it less of a shock when it does happen. Accept it and move on. And the same goes for dips in motivation, injuries, illnesses, and everything else. They can happen, it's just part of the sport. Number 3, take the time to learn the basics of the sport. You need to learn to become comfortable doing each of the 3 disciplines, and doing them for a long time. Now, Jo could barely swim when she started. She took the time to learn front crawl and then joined a squad and was patient with progress. And she swam 1 hour 17 minutes in the sea at Ironman Barcelona, which is an incredible time for anyone who was a non-swimmer a little over a year ago. Learn to ride a bike and how to change gears effectively, how to use momentum, and how to go down hills and around corners confidently at speed, as well as basic mechanics, so that you know you can deal with things like punctures if they happen on race day. Can you imagine doing all the training for so long and spending so much money, then having to pull out of the race because you couldn't fix a puncture? Number 4, the kit. There is lots of kit: wetsuit, goggles, trainers, and a load of bike gear. And triathlon can be an expensive minefield, and it literally pays to take your time and invest wisely. And that brings me to the next point. Number 5, coaching. So Jo had a budget and wisely decided to invest this in a coach. Now, she could have tried to manage it all herself and blow the budget on a fancy bike, but she didn't. She paid £800 for a used road bike and it served her perfectly.
Well done.
She can now even resell that for what she paid for it. Now, I am of course biased, but coaches are the most valuable thing you can invest in. They can advise you not only on training and keeping motivated, but where to invest your money kit-wise and how to deal with the mental side of training and racing. A good coach will get you faster than any set of fancy carbon wheels. Number 6, do the training. Now, it sounds obvious, but so many don't. Training gets long and it gets tough. There will be long wet training days, there will be cold lake swims, and there will be days when you just can't be bothered. And if you're not prepared to do this, think again about entering. There is lots of training, but just take one day at a time and keep ticking them off. Consistency is key. The race itself is the cherry on top of the cake, but you have to make the cake first. Number 7, join a community. Now, don't underestimate how valuable training buddies can be. Now, they can do the long rides with you, they can support you, and they can cheer you up, probably take the mickey, but they will be there for you all the way. It's a family, and it makes the whole thing easier and more fun. And that's it. Be like Joe and you can have the red carpet experience you want and deserve. I hope you found this video useful and it's given you some food for thought. And if it has, please consider subscribing and clicking the like button so that we can continue to make more videos like this. And if you're interested in finding out about our coaching options, get in touch or click one of the links down below. Have fun out there, and I shall see you in the next one.